my story part 2, I guess. 2022. Sometimes things needed to fall apart before it could be rebuilt. As the world stopped due to COVID-19, so did my life. As God gently peeled the onion, a layer of stinkiness, darkness was unfolding right in front of my eyes. Each layer was digging deeper and deeper into my soul, a soul that was very uncertain of the current living situation, the unsettled and unsatisfied life that I was living in. The cover was being lifted, and I see that I no longer was satisfied with the status quo. In all areas, physical, mentally, especially emotionally, I wasn't living the life God created and designed me to live in. I was seeing a counselor that helped me realize that I was losing my sense of self. I was lost in the life of being married, supporting the family in every way, raising children, and always being the backbone for many. I was getting tired, very tired. I needed help. I needed someone who I could lean on, but no one was there for me. The burden of being strong. The strong ones started to feel heavier and heavier. I could no longer stand on my own 2 feet. Then in August of 2020, after one last trip to the coast, before the children started school in the middle of August, surprisingly, God reminded me that I was sexually abused by a teacher in grade school. It was like a massive rock dropped into my heart. I was crushed. I was sitting on the deck in the back of the house. A conversation started with my then husband, wanting to know what happened by the coast. When we were on a family trip, I didn't want to sit on his lap while waiting for the ice cream cones that we ordered. I still remember I was sitting in a chair on the deck, looking out to the horizon, while the sun was setting in the background. Then, all of a sudden, flashes of memories came rushing to my brain. I froze. I froze at first, and then I cried, uncontrollably. I sobbed until there was nothing left in me. The surge of emotions came rushing into my body. Anger, scare, shame, pain, fear, sadness, pain, and a lot of pain. I didn't know what to do, and even now, I don't even remember what happened next. From that moment on, my healing journey began. Now looking back, God orchestrated this timeline perfectly. He knew that I needed to know whose I am and who I am before I could take a massive heart surgery in the spiritual, emotional, and mental realms. I needed His grace and perfect love to be able to awaken my soul to fully live the life He created for me. By the end of 2020, I knew something had to change. I could no longer just get by. Living like any other day no longer fulfills my heart. I wanted more. I wanted to be cared for and loved. I knew I was living in a failing marriage, but yet lies and tradition kept me in a cage that I couldn't get out of. Even though the cage was unlocked, I could have just walked right out, but the chains of lies keep me in bondage. In my mind, the phrases of, I couldn't let my parents down, and how could I be the black sheep yet again, keep circling in my mind day and night. Traditions lied to me that I would shame my family, especially my parents, if I got a divorce. What will so-and-so say if they find out? How could they look at me? How will they look at me now? I was living for others' praises and opinion of all of my life. And what mattered to me was their feedback. To think of the shame and embarrassment that would bring to myself and my family. I just couldn't do it. even though that means I will continue to suffocate and eventually die as being someone else other than myself. I guess, looking back, I was afraid of what I would find out. I was afraid that maybe I would like the real me God created me to be. Maybe I was afraid to discover the authentic me, that I might just treasure the person inside of me. Until one day, I decided to get a laundry basket for myself, staring at a stack of different laundry baskets at TJ Maxx. There were different styles, colors, and materials to choose from. And I'm normally a pretty decisive person. But at that moment, I was staring at a laundry basket and I just couldn't get myself to make a decision. After over an hour of comparing, feeling, touching, and measuring each of them, I finally chose the one I wanted. When I got home, I told my then husband, moving forward, I will no longer do your laundry. Then it hit me. The laundry basket represented my boundary. That was my big baby step toward discovering I too matter.